As you can see here, I am about to do the weekly spread in my A5 plum paper daily layout. This is the sticker kit I am referencing. I'm not largely using this kit. I will be using it in my memory planner, so I really only use stickers that I think are going to be extra in this layout. And as you can see here, I am using the dot grid pages that I added on to my tabbed sections in my A5 plum paper. And this is the daily layout, so it doesn't come with weekly sections. So I have sketched out here boxes in a layout that mimics the inserts I was using when I was in a B6 Traveler's Notebook. I really like this layout. Last week I was experimenting with something different. This week I really want to go back to what I'm used to, especially because this is the last week of spring break officially, at least for faculty, which means that I am going to need to start looking ahead to the spring trimester for my classes. I'm going to start to need to be more aware of my email and things like that, check it more regularly for updates from administration about what to expect for the next few weeks, especially as the school has chosen to delay student return to campus in light of the coronavirus situation. And so I need to have a space where I can keep track of things that I'm going to be asked to do. And so I wanted to make sure that that layout was familiar to me. So I went in before this video and I put down the boxes. They are a little bigger than 1.5 inches across. I did do 8 boxes across, and these are 5mm boxes. So 8 boxes across is a little bigger than 1.5 inches, but close enough that I am going to continue to use them as a guide. I don't find it too distracting that some of the stickers don't go all the way to the edge of my boxes here. And so yeah, I do like that this is a very free-flowing layout. I don't have any lines, I don't have pre-done date covers, I don't have anything. I just have the boxes as a guideline for where my things go, and I kind of like that. Earlier in this video, while I was doing my introduction and stuff, I did give you a preview of the kit that I'm using. It is from Creating & Co. It is a printable kit called like Movies and Chill or something like that, and I decided to use it for this last week of spring break because I don't really have much going on this last week of spring break. And so yeah, the one thing I don't like about this kit is that the color palette is incredibly bright. This like not copper, it's like salmony, um, bright orange color. I pulled in a little too much. I pulled it in because I had washi tape that matched that color, but I didn't realize that when I put the date covers down, so I used it like way more than I would have wanted to. So that is one thing to regret is how loud this spread is. But overall, I am quite happy with it, and I'm glad that this layout is something that I was able to continue to use because I really liked it and I didn't want to leave it. But at the same time, I did want to have the coil and I did want to have the daily layout of the plum paper planner. And so I'm glad that this is something I'll be able to recreate as needed in my planner. And so up until now, we've been seeing the in real time me slowly laying down my date covers and my glitter headers as I talk you through all of the intro stuff. But now I will move into the time lapse. And like usual, we are in 3 times speed. I did deliberately leave extra space at the top, about 4 dot grid spaces, so that I could put some washi tape up there. Usually in the Life Planner action inserts I was in, that top space is left for like the March, what do you call it, the month and then the year. But I don't ever really need that information. However, I thought that it was nice to have that space up there so that my days weren't right up against the very edge of the paper. So I left it for some washi tape. When you get to the bottom, I intended to leave 1 extra dot grid space, and on the left hand page I didn't do that, and on the right hand page I did do that. So my spacing is a little weird, but this is the first time I tried sketching this out, so in the future, like, my spacing won't be quite as funny. Then I put some of the washi tape down at the bottom as well. And so then I also zoomed in, and here we can see that on Monday I needed to mark that their fire alarm testing in just across all of campus, and they are also checking for fire extinguishers. So they are coming into all of the faculty apartments, checking the fire alarms, looking for the fire extinguishers, and doing general safety checks, which is good practice. Like, I get why they have to do that, but it also means that I have to make sure things are tidier than usual, because I feel like my definition of a relatively clean apartment is not the standard definition of a very clean apartment. I want to make sure that things are just a little extra clean if we're going to have people like dropping in and out tomorrow with these different safety testing things. So I wanted to make sure I marked that so that I know today I have to, well, today this is the 15th, so I'm doing this voiceover now. I've got to tidy up and make sure that everything is sparkling. Also on Monday, I'm marking my plan with me, this video going up, and then I put down a 3-box checklist just to fill in some space and leave room open for anything else that I need to do. When we get to Tuesday, I have marked that it is St. Patrick's Day, and I've put down another checklist box. And you'll see throughout the video that I have to cut those free from the paper because for whatever reason my silhouette did not cut deep enough on those sheets, and that sheet is paired with the icon sheet, which is why I had to hack the alarm clock off of that page as well. And I don't know why it did that, but it did, and it's annoying. And so this entire time I'm like cutting with an X-Acto knife all my stickers out. But it came out alright. The edges are rougher than usual, but you can't tell too much. Out of the frame, I did put down a double box at the bottom for some decoration. I hope you'll see that someday. Wednesday, I don't really have anything planned right now, so I just put down a full box checklist and some washi tape from the kit. Ah, here we go. I realized you did not see that, so it was super quick. I'll show you again later. But basically, that bottom left box, I have put a double box down and some washi tape for decoration. We'll return there eventually. Over on Thursday, I believe I am taking out another full box checklist. Yes, I had to cut it free, but I did, and I put that down. And then I'm marking that I have a Toastmasters meeting on Thursday. I really expect it to be canceled, honestly, but if it's not, I'm not planning to go. But I wanted to mark it there to get in the habit of doing it because honestly, these past few weeks, I have completely forgotten about it. So I wanted to start marking it in my calendar as necessary. And for those of you who don't know, Toastmasters is a like program club thing that focuses on public speaking, and they have different little clubs in lots of cities across the US and I think the world. I'm pretty sure they're international. And there's one near where I live, so I've been going to that to get used to public speaking and like I don't know, they also do leadership skill stuff and things like that. So I thought it would be interesting and is definitely a skill I do not have a ton of, so I wanted to find a way to practice that more. And then on Friday, I am marking that I get paid that day. I want to put a payment towards my credit card because every time I get paid, that's one of the first things that I do. And then I also marked my video for Friday, which is going to be a winter wrap-up. I'm super excited. I have not been doing monthly wrap-ups because honestly, I read 3 to 7 books a month, but not, and sometimes less, sometimes only 1 or 2. So I haven't felt it necessary to do a wrap-up every single month of the books that I read, but I feel like seasonal wrap-ups will be really helpful and interesting. So I'm going to do that. Over on Saturday, I am using a full box and quarter box. I don't really have anything planned for Saturday right now, but I wanted to put a bit more decoration on the right-hand side of the page, and then I left some space open with that quarter box for anything that does come up on Saturday. And then Sunday, I'm putting down a full box checklist and a quarter box. I use the full box checklist because I expect to have a lot of things to like catch up on Sunday. My work week will start a couple of days into the next week, so Sunday will be spent preparing for that. And then now I'm at this little like random space page, and I'm using it to spread out the habit trackers. This kit does come with 4 habit trackers, and I decided to use all of them just because. So I put them all down and I'm just spacing them out. They take up almost 3 dot grid spaces, which is nice because it leaves just enough space to have like a little bit of room between all of them, but it's also a really good measure for how much space they take up. So yeah, I put them all down with the habits header. And then I'm marking my habits. So reading up by 9 a.m. because my sleeping schedule when I don't have anything planned really skews a lot. So I need to start waking up earlier than I am. And then cleaning as well as lesson planning at the very end. I finally decided to do that. This is really all to help me get into a regular schedule with waking up, making sure I'm preparing for the next trimester, and making sure that I'm maintaining the cleanliness, especially since I have just like deep cleaned everything. And so I want to make sure that I get into a good schedule to really maintain that work that I did. And then I'm putting these last little headers here, a to-do header for any runoff from the previous page, and then a next week header just to make sure that I'm aware that next week spring break does end and other stuff might come up. I'm going back to the left-hand page and I am marking in some things that are runoff from this week, particularly clean and organize my desk at work. I need to call a doctor, my childhood doctor, for some immunization records because for whatever reason, my doctors just don't have it and there's no records, so I've taken all of my immunizations. So they need to get that. And then I want to catch up on subtitle work for YouTube. I've been saying that for a while now. I'm still gonna get there someday, probably this upcoming week, hopefully. And yeah. And now I'm trying to tone down this bright washi tape. So bright, and so I'm just kind of covering it with strips of other washi tape and other things from the kit because it's really, it kind of gets on my nerves how bright this is, and so I'm trying to tone it down, and that does mean that I've blocked some of the bows, but that is a sacrifice I am willing to make to tone down this coral color. There's too much of it on this page. So I'm just taking a look there, and then I remembered that I haven't used any of the deco from the kit, and I don't really use it a ton in my memory spread, so I wanted to use it here. It's also a good way to bring in more of the theme from the kit, since I don't use a ton of the full boxes. So I'm spreading that around and also layering it over the washi again to tone it down. Really desperately trying to tone down this salmon color. I don't like it a ton. It's growing on me the more I stare at it and as I'm doing this voiceover, but in general, not my thing. Now I moved into the daily pages. I have already set up some stickers for the first couple of days of the week just because I've been doing it a few days ahead every so often. And I probably won't do this every week, but I figured I would give you a sense of how I decorate my daily pages. I really only do a couple at a time usually, but now I'm going in and doing more for this video. And I'm using Happy Planner stickers right now. I've really liked them recently, and I really like how flexible they are for my daily pages to add a bit of color, to add a bit of decoration. This particular page I'm setting up with I don't even know which book it is. It's pretty old. I've had it for over a year, and it's not labeled. It's an old book from 2016, copyright 2016. So I've had this not quite that long, but it was old when I got it. So yeah. And then on Friday, on Friday I'm going in and I'm using some stickers from the new Mega Sticker book, All in a Season, I think it's called. And I really love that sticker book because I feel like it gives you a good just collection of stickers. Lots of different colors, lots of different seasonal things, and I just had a lot of fun with it, and I've been using it as like my first like real Happy Planner sticker book. This other one that I've had forever, I told you, like I've never used it really. So I really wanted to have something that was like super versatile, and I feel like this Mega Sticker book really is quite versatile. And with 40% off Michael's coupon, it was $30 instead of $50, and it comes with 100 sheets of stickers. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. And yeah, another thing I'm really liking about the Happy Planner sticker books is how good a deal they are relative to things that you would otherwise buy on like Etsy or something, and that's just, I mean, Happy Planner is a bigger brand, sold mass market in like Michael's, so it makes sense why they would be able to make the prices cheaper. But when I want to have a large collection of stickers to kind of pull from and decorate daily pages, I really want to be able to get them fairly cheaply. And that is why Happy Planner has really been on my radar recently. Also really loved a ton of their recent spring collection. I'm in love with the bookish line. And so yeah, Happy Planner and we're friends now. So yeah. All right. I am laying down these stickers for Sunday, and then I'm going to flip through everything one more time, but we're just about done. So that's all from me today. Be sure to like, comment, and or subscribe if you've liked this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.